And we are back in Germany for another round. At this time is the Nürburgring, but the GP circuit that the Formula One cars usually races on. So have you learned any German from last week, Lexi?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then say hi to everybody.
Hello. Hello, the cars. My name is Lexi, and the cars are starting to appear for another week of week 5 and nourishing place.
Nürburgring. We're going to work on your German. All right, so let's go ahead
Even
and
speak
bring up the grid as Jesse Olsen is on pole with a blistering time of a 156.8, followed by another speedster, Josh Wheeler, just 900ths of a second back. So it's real tight up there for the first slot for pole position. Justin Hall in third, Daniel Ciro in fourth, Michael Cochran in fifth, Skylar Gregg, well, glad to have him back and finding his speed in sixth. Zane Plumley, another seventh place start on the grid for him. I hope it goes better than it did last week for him. Dean Dibdahl in eighth, Craig Klein in ninth, Bjorn Stange in 10th. Is another home track of his. I know he's going to say something. It's not really his home track, but he's German. 11th is Eric Leitzke. 12th is Kevin Medina. Moving up the leaderboard, Tom Jessen in 13th, Bob Blucher in 14th, Nicholas Vincent in 15th, Banana Man back for another time for another slip through the corners of 16th, Bradley starting from the back in 17th on purpose, and no time by Andrew, who went off track a couple times in his qualifying, and Matt Jackson not taking a time either. So we'll keep an eye on those guys, see how they go right through there. So let's go ahead and get up everything that we need to put up here because the cars are just about to get started.
They already started with the pace
Almost.
going
So
into its
we're going to focus on the leader.
which is the pace car right
And they're off. There is Jesse Olsen with a great run there by Daniel going into third position. And with the one-armed bandit, Justin Hall in second as Jesse's starting to get away just a little bit. What you got, Lex, already?
I just thought of this, and I really want to do it. So, okay.
Go ahead.
So, previously on Martin Sports Pawn Shipping.
Oh boy.
As you know, last time I chose one-armed bandit who survives the dangerous trips without an arm. And yes, I chose him for my Lexi card dress up.
Yep, and I forgot to post that. Sorry. So as we're going through, we're focused on the leader here as everyone's single file gets through that really tough first corner that they came through, and we have quite the freight train going through here. Looks like a bunch of cars and Jesse's engine going right through.
You see that? It looks like a really long worm because they're so close to each other.
Like a big old inchworm. Yeah, everything in the timing tower is in red or orange, except for Banana Man. He's a little catching up. Which means everyone is still tight with less than a second in between them. So a great first lap by everybody.
So, we already know who is the biggest mover-upper of the day. Andrew
Gatorade. Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Yep. All right, here's Josh Wheeler in third, trying to make his move. And there he is as a top three now, kind of a little bit of break with Michael Cochran, still less than a second back, but just according on the screen, going through as their first lap. And Justin Hall with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:59.3. Everyone should be hitting their first. There goes Justin. Oh, I'm giving a little bit of glimpse on the inside, maybe just to let Jesse know that he is definitely there and to put some pressure on him. So everyone putting in a fast lap for the race, obviously, because it is their first lap going on. And Daniel had a little bit of an issue going through that one corner there and drops a couple places. Still stays within the top 7 through there.
So, how about I go down the leaderboard? And also, surprise, we are having corn dogs, hot dogs, hamburgers, tater tots, French fries, and something else for dinner tonight. So do not think you can. Oh my goodness, this was creepy. What did you do, Eric?
That's the back of his head.
Yeah, with glasses under his
Yep.
head.
All right, well, check out this four-way battle going into that long hairpin through there with Eric leading the way and Craig Klein right in second. But we still have Andrew, who started from the back, which was one of the leaders. Is what during the practice session is him and Bjorn are going side by side, trying to go up the hill through the section of S's, which gets really slippery through here. You can see the dirt that's coming off of Eric's car and everyone else's. And there's Bradley in the back as well, that's trying to get caught up after starting, I think, third from last. You were laughing. What were you laughing at?
About that. That's creepy.
That's creepy.
First, Eric has a beard and a mustache that covers his whole face. No.
Yes, I know.
And now he has no face, like the episode.
Yep. So here's just a whole pack of cars coming through the last section. Josh Wheeler now trading top spot for the fastest lap of the race, a 1:58.1. And we know that during practice, some of the guys are hitting 1:57. So don't be alarmed when you see some of those coming through there. Craig Klein dropped just a little bit as he went down to a 2:02. He was battling with some of the guys, but still everyone's just a massive freight train coming through. And Michael Cochran, something happened to him. Oh, he goes off on the infield stadium section, trying to come back on, hopefully nice and safe. Looks like it. Grabs the inside. Oh, and tags a little bit of Kevin Medina right there. I don't know if Kevin saw him coming through. Oh, and then Bob, I guess for MSCC sakes, for his teammate, was just giving Michael a little slap on the side of the door there, saying, "Hey man, you took out my pal."
So, can I go down the leaderboard?
Now you can go down the leaderboard.
Okay, mind if I go a bit speedy?
Well, not too fast. You want people to understand you.
Okay. Jeff Wilson, Justin Hahn, Josh Wheeler, Skylar, Craig, Dean Dibdo, who's a dog, Daniel Cruz,
Zero.
Zane Hunt, Eric
Lightsky.
Lightsky, Andrew Gatorade.
Oh, that's good. I thought you were going to say Gatorade.
Craig Klein, Bradley
Alvis.
Bjorn Sting, Bob Bleach.
Bob Blucha.
What is happening?
Oh, they got tangled up.
Okay, Michael Cabrera.
Banana Man.
Where's Banana? Banana Man's at the end.
Michael Cochran. Yeah, we have two Michaels. Banana Man's real name is Michael, but he spells it differently.
Yes. Okay, thank you for correcting me on the last names. Colin Justin, Nicholas Vincent, Matt, new guy, Kevin Berdita. Right?
Medida. Close.
Berdita.
Medida.
Buddy. And do Berdita. Kevin Berdita. And Banana Man, who should be. Never mind, this does not sound good.
All right, so the top three are still nose to tail, going through on lap number 4 and keeping a great pace. As normally Jesse is kind of growing a big lead here by lap 4 or 5 in the race, but you can see some of the other guys creating a second little group right behind him with Skylar in the mix. And he's been gone for just quite some time. He was actually taking a lot of exams and classes for the military to get a promotion, which he did. So congrats to him and congrats to Skylar and a lot of the other guys that are actually here in the military. So sorry if I don't remember or know if you are or were in the military, but I know Skylar is still active, and so is Bradley Alvis. So thank you guys for your service. And also Eric, Eric was a medic in the military as well. So thank you guys for what you do, and appreciate you know, for everything that we get and have, and also for coming to play with us as well. What you got, Lex?
Can we see Bradley for a second?
There he is.
So that, sorry, I thought that Bradley's picture was whoever else we were doing. And
Skylar?
yeah, Skylar. And I was like, are there
Yep.
twins? And then I realized it was that guy. He impressed me so.
Not quite twins, but twins. But here is Andrew in that tiger-themed livery that is on the only McLaren that's in the field for this week, and Jesse with the only Lamborghini. A slew of BMWs, obviously. 3 of the Audis and 1 Ford. What else?
Oh, you were talking.
Well, you put your hand up, so that means you want to talk.
No, go ahead.
Oh, well, okay. Then put your hand down.
Well, I want to talk.
We're getting mixed booth signals. All right, so Andrew did start from the back, even though he was throwing out some 150, low 158s, 157s, I think, in practice, but just could not keep it on track. This because the track limits here at Nürburgring are really bizarre. There's some areas where you just nick it with your tire on the rumble strip, the red and the white area, and you get a 1X. And other times you can actually bring half your car across the big area coming up here to the hill as they go up. Nope, not this part, but as they go through the bus stop through towards the end of the race, and you can actually put half your car through there, and you don't get a 1X. So people still learning some of the areas and the nuances of where you actually get an X penalty point. And after 17, you guys have to do a run through of the pits. All right, so this is probably one of the better races right now as we got going on through here. I think Dean also is giving chase right now to Daniel, who did get in front of him and got his spot back into 5th place. I nudged you with my elbow after your hand was up. That means go ahead, you got it.
Okay. Lamborghini are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in a Lamborghini?
No, I'm in a Ford GT,
Okay.
which everyone makes fun of because it's so old.
Okay.
But I will say this, when sitting in VR inside of the Ford GT, I did notice that the air conditioning vents that are in the Ford GT are the same ones in my 2005 Ford F-150. So I feel right at home. Go ahead.
You know, speaking of VR, is that a virtual reality?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Yep.
This is not virtual reality.
No?
But I mean, it
Well, this
feels
isn't.
real when you crash, but you don't get hurt. It just nudges your steering wheel. And also, I'm thinking of getting a VR virtual reality set, and I wonder if it's good. Maybe it can be in Ford. Wait, you have to walk around and stuff, you can run into so much. Where does it blend in with your surroundings so you don't hit into it?
True.
It does do that?
Well, it makes you feel like it depends on what you want to do with how much setup that you want to have.
How much do they cost?
Oh, depends on how much you have. Isn't that the rule of you know, iRacing in your rigs is you can spend as much money as you actually have. All right, so now we have Justin Hall starting to make some moves on Jesse Olson for the lead, and of course Josh Wheeler is right there with the best seat in the house, trying to see who is going to take it. So here we go down to the front strap. He pokes out again just a little bit, showing a little bit of the nose, letting Jesse know that he's there right on his tail, maybe trying to pressure him into a mistake or something, especially that first corner, which is just awful. Skylar went backwards.
Wait, how did
Oh,
Skylar
look.
go back?
Yep, talking about that first corner. He did go into that first corner a little too hot, and the back end got a little loose and lost a couple places, unfortunately, but not too bad. Up in 6th, still stayed in front of Zane, and not affecting his race with Eric. That's starting to come together right now. And of course, Bradley is now making his way back up to them as well. So we have a couple races going on. Got the leaders out here still so tight, still so close together. What? Say something. Don't look at me like that and go, if I stop talking, you got to fill it in.
Oh, yeah. How's it going? How about we get about points in the lap 7? How's it going, dude?
Lap 7 is good to give out some points. Whoa, a little off wide there and collects it nicely without having to spin. Nice job, Josh, for keeping up. So it will not take him long to get back in touch with these guys right on bumper where he wants to be. He doesn't want to be any farther back than he has to.
I know, remember. What about we start 100,000? Creepy dude.
Oh, that's still a lot. As Michael Cochran's making his way back up, trying to get back up into the top 5 where he started out this race. Bjorn looked like he just had a little bit of a slowdown. Oh, I think he might have wrecked his car a little bit.
Who? Oh, because he
Bjorn,
had this bump?
yeah, he's got some steering issues.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's
that's
running
horrible.
Out of gas.
Yep.
Go get gas. Oh, can
No,
someone help him?
No, I think he's having some issues. So here we are with some more racing. One of the second pack, as you see on the timing and scoring, that they're all coming through all at the same time. So this is the mid-pack group here. The guys running the high 158s, the mid 158s, all keeping grouped together on seeing how they do. So Andrew right into the mix and Brad right behind him. Again, the two guys that started from the back, giving chase to that old archaic Ford, which everyone calls Mad Max the Enforcer. But everyone is still keeping tuned. I know this track does really eat tires. Temperature is one of our normal races that we have for this place. Oh, Skyler must have had a little bit of issue, and Zane looks like he's trying to make a move on Skyler as he gets a little bit wide, and Skyler collects it and gets back on the gas, and now making this 4-car battle. And I think Eric hopefully got done with his slowdown, can get in here and make this a 5-car battle, which would be absolutely crazy for these guys. Well, Eric going a little bit wide, still not a problem for him. He's mastered how to drive on the gravel and dirt and grass on iRacing, as we've seen for the past couple of weeks. So I'll have to get some pointers from him on exactly how he manages that. Skyler going way out wide, still keeps his speed going through and keeps the interval back to Zane, who is pressuring him to get a move on and to get going, as everyone is now going to probably take advantage of the draft. Not much of a draft here. It's not that long of a straight, but still hitting over 120, 130 miles an hour. Oh, Andrew closes up really tight on Zane on the brakes. That McLaren must be really good being able to get on that middle pedal. There, as Skyler jumps into the pits, probably wants to get out of some of the traffic, as Andrew looks like he's getting a little bit of dicey, taking a much wider line as Zane moves to the outside, but Andrew's got a little bit better run, and he's closing up and looking for the inside as these two go straight through. And here comes Brad trying to make it 3 wide. Not really sure. And Brad's going for the inside, moves and overcooks it. Off the track he goes. Unfortunately did not hit the wall. That's great, as Andrew came into the inside. Zay gave him some space as they're trying to make sure that they don't take each other out, because there's still a lot more racing to go as we go through this arena section right through here, which a lot of autocross guys, which we are, is going through. Oh, Andrew left the door open. Zane takes advantage of it, making this real racy as they're going down to outside of the arena area and making sure that they don't take each other out. But what this is doing is actually helping Eric out right now, as Bradley gets it collected and brought back in, and to get some space closed up between these guys right through here.
This is a really cool race.
Yeah, this is a cool race and a very cool track. All right, so there's Jesse bridging out a little bit of gap, which is good for him. Not so good for Justin and Josh behind him. And Dean is kind of out there all by himself racing an Audi, which found out he just got this track this week. So he's still trying to figure a lot of things out. Daniel had just already taken his pit.
I have already chosen this person being Alex Cortez Award, but
You can't say it until the end.
No, I mean, I just can't find any other character.
Yep. All right, so there goes Andrew on the inside. Zane spreads out wide and gives Andrew a whole ton of space because he knew that he was absolutely faster, especially coming into the braking zone right through here. And this very, very tight bus stop. This was the only option in this particular layout. And there's another bus stop through there, which is a little more flowing. You can actually take it in high second, maybe low third gear. But this is the one that actually is part of the GP circuit, and we didn't have that option. So still four-car battle in the mid-pack with some of these guys that are definitely going to move up to the front, no doubt about that. Still keeping it tight, which is good. No one's really getting away. Everyone has certain vehicles that are better in certain areas, and also the drivers are better in certain areas than other drivers, and that's why these guys are still kind of connected. Zane takes a little bit tighter line as Andrew goes out wide to give himself a slingshot out through that corner there, and Eric takes it really wide. Hope he didn't get a 1X through there as he's flashing his lights at Zane, saying, hey man, I'm coming for you, buddy, just watch out, because these two have had a history of being able to dice it up for quite some time, which makes for exciting races. So we'll see what happens going through there. As these three here are the tightest battles on the racetrack right now, outside of the leaders, which are now right back on each other. Maybe they spread out to get some air into their engines, which does really happen on iRacing as well. If you follow somebody too closely, it happens more so in NASCAR, that the engines will actually overheat, not get enough airflow, and will blow the engine. Not highly likely that happens a lot in road racing, but sometimes it does during the endurance events if you actually damage some body work, which it doesn't get much air. So there's a one-armed bandit and jumping the curb. Don't wave to him because he'll have to take his hand off the wheel to wave back to you and say hi. So we want to be able to make sure he keeps the one hand going as Bob pulls off to the side. So thank you, Bob, being very courteous, letting the leaders go through. Going into turn one again, which is crazy because you're braking not so much in a straight line with this corner that has a dip that just falls right away from it. So here's the second group of guys coming through with the Tennessee Region SCCA themed car. Zane Plumley keeping it going as Eric's starting to look into the inside. Zane sees them coming, stays a little bit wide, hangs them out to make sure that they don't hit each other.
How about you do that and I do that?
What is that you're gonna do? Oh, there's Eric. He's moving in.
You're kidding me.
Oh no, and he does get a little bit of tap of the bumper.
No.
Oh boy, I'll tell you what.
Do that. Do that.
Yep. I'm sure Eric feels absolutely horrible as Zane drives off into the grass. Somehow, I don't know if he has damage to his car. He does have damage to his car. I'm the driver of the car, but I'm just trying to make it exciting. As the two shut up and drive it guys starting to work together to get back to the front, but I am sure Eric is probably almost crying in his VR right now because I'm sure the last person he wanted to take out was his buddy Zane, but hopefully maybe later in the race they can swap places back and see what happens.
Okay, Matt. So here they come on this turn. Oh, I'm not as good as you.
That's all right. You got to start somewhere.
And now you're at the bottom of the track, racing with Josh Wheeler.
Josh Wheeler, yep, you got it.
I'm having brain fart.
That's okay. Take it nice and slow. You'll get there. One of these days, I'm just going to let you commentate, and I'm going to push the buttons.
You know I can't talk that much. Anyway, and here they come on this turn, going near the finish line.
Yep, they are. There it is right there.
There it is. And here we go.
I don't know if you guys noticed that, but on the timing and scoring board, each one of them went purple. 1, 2, 3. First Jesse, then Justin, and Josh. And Josh having the quicker of the three on that last lap as they are all mirroring each other's lap times going through.
And here they are on this turn like they are one beetle. They're small. If we were up into the sky, they would be teeny tiny little ants.
Mm-hmm. We're riding along in the chopper view right now. You ever been in the chopper? Helicopter?
I would die in a helicopter. You know how my ears are sensitive? I would need those big things that can you do this, you do that.
Oh, well, you do get special earmuffs that have speakers in them and a microphone so you can talk to people because it is loud in a helicopter.
And then I can talk to you.
Yes, talk like you always talk to me really loud. Absolutely.
No, I only talk to you a lot, not loud. Only if we need to. I can say,
Yep.
hey, look, how's this view? How's it going? We're in a helicopter. Hello.
All right.
This is the oval guy.
Yep.
Oval. Oval guy.
Yes. Yeah. He's had a little bit of problems this week getting handled with that AMG on this track. A lot of high-speed sweepers that you can see in this particular layout, and wasn't from a lack of practicing. We've actually, as a group, have done a lot of practicing this week because this is a new track for us for the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League. So we've added a lot of tracks this season, again, just to mirror another racing series so we don't have to keep practicing 2 and 3 different tracks every week. So we decided to match the track that iRacing was racing on the weekend, and therefore we practice one track all week, race it on Wednesday and practice again, and then do the official race on Saturdays. What you got?
How's it going, Folky Dope?
Oh, I don't know. There's Tom. I was wondering, I was like, what happened? I clicked on him and then he went away. So taking a wider line through here, probably get a better launch, and in which it did work, but Banana Man makes that thing so wide. It didn't work. That's the right idea, Tom. Definitely what you want to do. And I know Banana Man, it looks like he's added some stripes to his car. What do you think? Yes?
Sure. What car are we talking about?
Banana Man's car.
Oh yeah, he's turning green and then he's gonna turn brown.
Yeah, it looks like he added some stripes to it.
I don't see any stripes. All I see is ripe green. It's supposed to be all yellow. How did it turn back green? Was there a new banana?
No, I don't think so.
Because then the banana would be yellow for about half the rest of the year. And then the other year,
Would be
it's
brown?
green.
Oh,
And then
okay.
the other year, it's brown. Then you can make banana bread.
That's a magical banana if it's lasting a year and a half. That's what you said.
Oh, I heard your stomach go, ah.
Well, the reason why my stomach's going roar is because Cassie hasn't come in and brought any snacks to the broadcast
I
booth.
thought you said adjusting. And no eating while commentary.
No,
commentary.
don't want to do that.
I mean, no eating while driving.
Yep, let's check in with Bjorn. Looks like he's got a little bit of a race
I have
here
an idea. What if
with Matt Jackson. What's your idea?
it's about banana? So first he can go back to yellow for about one commentary night. Then the next he's green. Then the next he's brown. And then the next one he's banana bread.
Could be. So Matt Jackson taking a little bit different line through there with Bjorn, and Bjorn unfortunately had to park it, just trying to get onto the inside as Matt had come back over on his line, and Bjorn was smart enough to see that was going to happen and make sure that he stayed out of the way. But here comes the leaders on these guys. So I know that each of them had some issues. Matt really didn't get a lot of practice time this week, unfortunately, and he did miss last week, and was first time he'd ever been here at this particular track as well. And Bjorn, for a home track, I think he's just celebrating and waving to all his family and friends that are out there in the stands. You can see him right there in the green shirt. Did you see him?
Is that the guy?
No, I was just kidding.
What were you kidding about?
Yeah.
Well, then it's good that I didn't understand.
Yes, probably so.
What were you?
All right, so here comes the leaders, and hopefully that we do not have any issues with these guys going through, especially because they're getting a little bit of tight section. If they can hold on maybe just a little bit longer as they get up and over these last two turns of the straightaway, that these guys can just kind of pull off to the side and let the leaders have this amazing battle that they're having, still stuck together like glue. And they're
This is
not.
like
They're
one
still,
giant boat.
yeah, they're still racing on.
Maybe they'll stay like this for the rest. And imagine if there's 5 winners because they go at the finish line all at the same time.
Yeah, maybe. And it's only lap 14, and up there goes 2 of the leaders.
Going into pit.
Yep, going into pit. So maybe they did not want to deal with traffic
One
of
them
these
is
guys. So there goes.
Jesse.
Yep, so there's Matt. He does pull off to the side. So it looks like he's going to be well. And of course, shut up and drive it teammates right through here. Let's see how they're going to do as Justin takes a good look to the inside, and Banana Man's coming out of the pits and through, and there goes Justin Hall into the lead. And if I'm not mistaken, that might be the first time he has been leading this race. What you crying about?
I'm not crying.
Oh, you sound like you're crying over there. You're crying because your one-armed bandit is now leading the race.
What?
The good thing about
That's awesome.
Yeah, the good thing about Justin only having one arm is if somebody cuts him off, he can't flick him the bird.
Wait, what?
Well, he could crash because he had to take his hand off the wheel.
Well, I just don't know how the one-armed bandit does
Oh, there goes Michael Cabrera. Overcooks that in the last quarter. If you saw that in the back of the screen
it.
there.
I mean, he has one arm. How does he turn and then save it? And how does he not crash?
He's talented. That's all I gotta say. Can you imagine how fast he's gonna be when he gets his other hand back?
About as fast as a cheetah?
I guess so. Well, that's not the one I wanted. There we go. Shot of everybody coming to the pits right now, grabbing their fuel on lap 15, which is the.
We're waiting for that car.
Yeah, that's the pace car.
Why is it there? I thought it was in some kind of spot, watching everything. And it doesn't lie. Like it's a creepy little fuzzy spider. It's creepy.
Yep, so back with their leader, Justin Hall, who's moved up 2 spots to get into the lead, but he does still have to pit, so he's going to have to make sure that he can get in and out of the pits as fast as Josh and Jesse did. Jesse, who went into the pits, the leader, so there he goes right now, and you got to be very careful coming through here, just because the speed limit is only 37 miles an hour. And you can see him almost get to a crawl coming right through there, as Jesse and Josh now are going to come through. Don't need to see the pit. There we go. So this is, depending on where Justin comes out, this is going to be where, so, oh, wait a minute. Jesse is 12 seconds back. I wonder what happened to him.
Are you still hungry?
Don't talk about my stomach.
Well, what if...
They can't hear that on the broadcast, so no use bringing it up.
Okay, so what if I said you're... Never mind, that involves your stomach. But I was going to say something about glitter. Glitter on that car. Pink, purple, and golden. Golden. It's a song. And this lady who fights ninja. Or she is one. Never seen that.
Yep. So we are back with Bradley as he is trying to close up on his teammate Skyler. So everyone right now has been cycled through the pit stops. We can double check that if we want.
Guess
What?
I know you can't see this, everyone, but I'm a one-armed bandit too. But you can call me
One-armed
a
bandit too?
Yeah, I'm a one-armed bandit.
Sounds like Justin's got a new fan club president now.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah, what?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh? What are you talking about? Okay, anyway, what if these cars could fly? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Well, then it'd be a plane race.
That's boring.
Well, actually, they do have, I think it's the Red Bull series where they do race planes around a gigantic autocross course. If you guys haven't seen that, it's actually pretty cool. They pull some massive Gs that have these guys doing very specific training regimens to be able to handle that amount of Gs and not lose their breath and pass out and stuff. So it's pretty cool if you get a chance to watch that.
This, I just figured out what that track is. It's someone doing jump rope. That little thing, that big thing that goes all around is the jump rope. That little turn is the head, and that other thing is the body.
Oh, are you talking about the actual track layout?
Yeah, with the little red dots and everyone that says Chloe, band, man.
Yeah, I don't think that's what they were going for when the Germans decided to make a track. Nah.
So why does it only do their last names
Yep.
not their first names?
Because a lot of people have the same first names. Like we have all the Justins. Oh, Banana Man, a little too deep onto the brakes, and that gives Craig a nice, easy through to get another spot up to 16th place.
Okay. But there are two Justin Halls, so their two last names are the same. How do we know which one is which?
Well, because he's either the one-armed bandit or the better Justin Hall.
There's actually a better Justin Hall. The better Justin Hall I'm thinking of is the one.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to lock you in the room. You got a crush on him.
What?
Yes,
No,
you should hear yourself. You have a crush on the one-armed bandit. Yes, you do. Yep. You talk about him all the time. He's gonna win the Livery Award every single week.
I never said that.
Yeah, just understand you're too young to date.
Also, I'm way too old for him. By the time I'm his age, he'd be 100.
Oh, wow. Well, I think he has no interest in dating you now after that statement.
He wouldn't date me. He probably already has a girlfriend. And he's married to. And also, I'm a crush on someone else who's my age. But he's pretty much smaller than me.
Still
His
too
name
young
is
to date.
Wyatt.
We don't need to, I don't want to hear about your love lives. Let's talk about
No.
racing. How about that?
Oh, the love and race.
Yep. So Justin Hall still giving pressure to Josh.
We're on lap 18.
I know, 2 laps to go. This has gone pretty fast.
Wait, you mean slash 2.5
Well,
laps?
they've already started that one, yes.
It's 19 hours.
19 hours.
19 hours.
What's 19 hours?
Nothing.
Okay.
Something was 24 hours. And I forgot what that was. Do you know?
Yeah, it's Daytona and Spa and Nürburgring.
You're just naming all
And
those
Le
because
Mans.
of the day.
No,
24
because they're all
hours.
24-hour races.
Hours?
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually race 24 hours?
Yep, and speaking of, since we are at the Nürburgring GP circuit, everyone is getting ready for the 24 hours of the Nürburgring, which is the gigantic track through the forest. And I know that I think Shut Up and Drive It is going to have a car. I know Jesse's team usually has a car, and I know Zamplin Motorsports will be fielding the car as well. So check your streams on social media. We're happy to have you watch and stop by just for a few minutes. We don't expect anyone to stick around for the whole 24 hours, but if you do, we'd be happy to have you.
So, we are coming. Can I see the front of the car? I want to see some stuff.
Well, we are, what we haven't done yet.
Wait, that's Jack Wheeler?
That is.
What? Wow, he has like a. Oh, wow, he has a car. And a car that's painted.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep, so here we are, and the penultimate lap. This is coming up to lap number 19, and that is the final corner onto the front straight. There is the start-finish line right there as he comes through, and these guys are 157.8, 157.9, just a tenth off. As we come to this real tricky first corner, you see Banana Man, he's having some brake issues. I don't know if he has a wrong setup on this week, or maybe he needs to adjust his equipment to get a little more brake feel through there. So here comes Josh, and Banana Man, let's, yep, oh, there he goes, getting right out of the way, which is nice. Let these guys go through and race. And through that arena section there, it is so about patience. As you can tell from a lot of the guys that we watched earlier, when they try to force their way through there, it just slides out and you lose so much time. And a lot of these corners are banked. You can see them banked here, and you can take them a lot faster than you originally think that you can. So there's a lot of speed that can be had through here, as there's a lot of elevation in this particular track. Yeah, Dean just fell right back down. I hope he didn't have a connectivity issue. And
There's
just,
a lot of people.
yeah,
Wait,
and-
which Justin Hall? One-armed bandit?
yes.
Also, I am not in love with him. I just like his name and I like his
Yeah,
livery.
you talk about him all the time.
Will you cut it out?
Nope. All right, so
Yes.
coming through the top of the section here, we're about to come, that's about the highest there is in the track, is that corner right there as they start to go back downhill again, as you can see for the longest straight right through here. Oh, and Dean came back in 10th place. Not sure, it must have been a connectivity issue. But this is a brutal bus stop through here. You can tell a lot of people you can jump those curves, absolutely. Coming on to our last lap.
It's only on lap 2. We have 2.5 laps.
Yep, there's Craig trying to get one more spot out of trying to pass Matt Jackson, teammates for the Tennessee Region SCCA. Craig is working on the livery for that particular car, which is why he doesn't have one for this week, but I'm sure he'll have one here real soon.
10, 9, 8, 7.
What are you counting down?
Until that goes off.
Oh, it's not a launch.
Okay.
As Kevin Medita's going around in 13th place. That's a good finish for him. I know he's still trying to come to terms. He's once in a while does throw in a really good lap, but he's still trying to figure out a lot of the nuances of this game to keep the consistency up every single lap. So going through this last section here for the last time, as these guys are, I don't know if Justin is kind of succeeding into a second place, if he's really giving it all he's got, or if he's got his one arm that's already worn out. But Josh looks to say, oh, there's Dean in pit lane again. He must have had an accident while he went out, unfortunately. So there he goes again. He was having the same issue. But there goes Josh, and there's Matt out of the way. Thank you, Matt, for being nice and letting the leaders go through on this straightaway. And is coming to the last set of corners, last time in the bus stop. And I know that Josh had a bad last couple turns at Sebring, unfortunately, and lost the win. But I don't think he's going to make that mistake again, as the side of his car goes completely airborne, going up the hill. And around the last turn for the last time is your winner for week number 5 at the Nürburgring GP, Mr. Josh Wheeler.
What? That's
Yep.
amazing! And finally, Jesse doesn't win something.
I know.
No offense.
Yeah, I'm not
but
sure what happened to Jesse. He fell
let's
back pretty far behind.
Only Nicholas and D are out.
Dean, yeah.
Jesse's right there in 3rd place. Wow.
Yep, so once you go down,
Oh!
well,
We have an early disco ball.
yep, I guess so.
Can we watch more of the donut party? Oh, I think I just saw one go up.
Yeah, so I'm trying to catch up to the guys crossing the lines.
That's hilarious.
There we go. Zane did, after his off altercation, came back, unfortunately, just 3.5 seconds back from Eric, so couldn't quite get back up there to have a good race with those guys. But nonetheless, crosses line in 9th place, which is about where Zane usually ends up or starts anyway.
So, my Lexi Card Dress Up Award, I know what it is at the end, but I don't know wait, is Sharky Boy.
Who's Sharky Boy?
That guy. Oh, Tiger
That's
guy. But his smile, I think that was a shark. Was
Yeah, no, it's a tiger.
that? Okay, anyway, that tiger's grin or something looks like the Cheshire Cat's.
Yes. Is that why you picked it?
No.
Nope. And there's Kevin Medita across the line in 12th. So he
know
actually made up a spot.
I just have no one to pick. I can't pick one-armed Randy because I'm in love with him. Just to let you know, I'm doing. Never mind.
Okay, and here is the Bjorn coming through. Unfortunately, had another rough race for him as well. We've seen brilliance out of him, and I'm sure we'll see it again. But we'll have to get through. And last one to come through. Oh, Bob, hang on to it, Bob.
Bob.
Oh.
Wait, that's Bob.
Yep, and he did make it past the finish line.
What's wrong with that?
So he did go through. All right, so congratulations to those guys.
He didn't hit very much.
Yep.
That was fun. Call today.
There we go. So here is the final race results for the Nürburgring week number 5. Josh Wheeler, your winner. So he's won a couple races this year. Justin Hall getting close. I'll tell you what, he's going to have a win sometime this season. I'm pretty sure of it. And then Jesse Olson in third, having some sort of problem in the pits, which we don't know about. Great result for Daniel in fourth, Bradley in fifth, Skylar in sixth, Michael Cochran in seventh, Eric in eighth, Zane in ninth, Andrew in 10th, who had an issue in the pits, unfortunately, was a lot higher and then had a stop and go for speeding in the pits, unfortunately. Tom in 11th, Kevin, a great result for him in 12th, Bjorn in 13th, Craig in 14th, Matt Jackson in 15th, starting from last. 16th was Banana Man, who looks like he was having some tire brake or setup issues. Bob also had a rough week as well. He's normally a lot higher than 17th. And Dean, who crashed on pit entrance, unfortunately, and lost some time, and I think had to go back in after that as well. So I think that is everybody. Do you think it is? Oh, there we go. Nicholas Vincent, who unfortunately had internet problems at the end and got booted out of the session. So, all right. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming to join us for this week here at number 5. And we got 7 more races to go. What do you think about that, Lex?
Sure.
Sure? Okay.
Sure. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you again. We'll see you next week.